So, evening, guys. Welcome to this week's Hangout in the Crib. Tonight, we are going to be talking about the updates from yesterday today, and also the Forsaken Arena tournament, which is going to be going on in the next couple of days. As you can see, there's not very many of us today. Rob's still having some issues at home and stuff like that, so he can't be joining us today. And hopefully Chris will be here in a couple of minutes, so that should be good.
I'm here with you.
But we have got Larry.
And my pink beer.
Yeah. We'll go straight into it, I think. Shall we, Larry?
Yeah. All right, we got slides, and most of today is about the Forsaken Arena. And for some reason, Hangouts... There we go.
There's Chris.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I was wondering why everything froze up, Chris.
Yeah.
Dinner at my grandmother's house, so I was trying to connect to her network, having trouble, like, fuck, running late as it is, and here I am.
There we go.
Yep. And I just said, fuck, anyway, sorry. Right on.
We've gone live anyway, so.
There you go, say it again.
Winner!
All right,
let's go with it.
So we are talking about Forsaken Arena, the new Aegis hull, which maybe is better than we thought.
Really?
But first of all,
you tell.
Yeah. Oh, just you wait, Chris. All right. So first we'll talk updates. A couple little changes. Fixed where the right side of the base would be shown as black screen rather than water. I noticed it, and I was, wondering if that was always like that or something, but I guess they fixed it. SOS when retrofitting hulls. I never saw that one. I don't know about you guys.
No, I think it did if you used to coin a couple in succession, but
yeah,
it's very rare, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, that's never happened to me either.
All right. And then players will no longer be timed out of the game while they're in the middle of re-rolling a rogue crew. I've never heard of that one either, but yeah, I guess it's good they fixed it.
It's happened to me a couple of times when I've been in the middle of rolling and trying to get a certain crew, and I've had to pop off to answer the phone or something like that. So yeah, it's annoying as hell because it just gives you whatever you sat on.
Yeah, that's happened to me too. I've glitched and just got stuck on it. Sometimes if you go for I think sometimes it's like a flash crash, because if you go to if you minimize your screen from full screen and then go back to full screen, sometimes it'll like hiccup and right itself. That's what I found anyway.
Cool. Well,
my computer, but.
Well, they fixed it, so huzzah. We got the Going Rogue campaign for Rogue Cruise. Starts Saturday, goes for a full week. That one, I think I have another slide on it, but looks like they're giving out Midnight Marauders for the first one. That's pretty good, and most people should be able to at least do the first one. Fearless Blitzers for number 2, Cutthroats for number 3, and the new Remote Raiders for number 4.
Is it going to be like the UAV one that we get one time and can never ever roll again? Like, I've tried to roll that thing. I've never ever been able to get another one.
No, I think that was just a one-off road crew, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Is this going to be another one-off, or is this a new crew?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, that's Trogar in chat. We'll see what Trogar comes up with.
God knows why they would make a crew that we're allowed to have one of in the entire game. That makes no sense to me at all.
Well, I noticed from the picture it's a legendary, right? He's got a gold background, so at the very least it's going to be rare. And so there, you got that going for you. And then Forsaken Arena Tournament starts tomorrow. The post didn't give times this time and didn't give an ending time, but if they hold true to the same form they've been holding, I put the ending days and times if they do it for the same length they've done it before. No guarantees though. Then I think, yeah, okay. So remote raiders. Sorry, I doubled up on the info. So it increases the spawn rate, the speed, and the defenses of drones, increases the max drones available, and boosts your ship speed. So that's all good if you got drone fleets. I don't know though. I with limited crew slots, I'm almost thinking I don't want to roll for. I don't even want this one. I don't want this taking up a slot because I'm not going to use it.
To be honest, I don't
What do
know.
you think?
It's something that I'm not going to use, so I'm not even going to bother with going to the 4th level. What's the point in taking
Yeah.
the damage for something that I'm never going to use? I mean, the only
Right.
time I ever use any drones is in a fleet as distractor for certain bases, like heavy javelin bases and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I really
it's not really it's not really going to affect me that much. So I'm just really not interested in taking the extra damage for it.
Yeah. Exactly what I was saying. How about you, Chris?
I don't really have anything built with drones, so it's kind of useless to me. I've kind of
Yeah.
always hated drones and just never really got into them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's
All
going
right.
to be nice for people who have got drones, but if it's just a one-off thing, I mean, what can you really use it for?
Have you
Unless you're
guys
going
ever
to.
shot?
Sorry.
Have you guys? Sorry. Have you ever shot at drones with arbalest?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this isn't going to help you if somebody's got arbalest shooting at your drones. It's really
No.
not.
Yeah, just gonna plow through them no matter how many you got out in the ocean, so whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
And it's a nice thing to have. I know it was put in the wish list at some point about having a crew for drones, but really a legendary crew for drones, just
Yeah.
beyond belief really to me. But the people who wanted it, you now have it.
Yeah. And I mean, what's amazing is that if you're talking about things that are beyond belief in today's release, this isn't even top 2 or 3. So
Yeah.
let's move on. All right. So Forsaken
Just
Tournament.
1 second.
If
Larry, Chogar
yeah.
has confirmed in chat that there is an intent to add this into the rotation, but he's not sure when. So just thought I'd add that in the drone crew.
All right. I'm sure all you guys rolling for legendary crews over and over are going to be really thrilled to see that one come up.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's probably gonna piss me off.
Yep. All right. Hey, you know what the picture looks like? You know the guy from Dos Equis, the most interesting man in the world? Does it look like
I
that
don't
guy?
always use drones,
Do you
but
know what I'm
when I
talking about?
do,
It looks like some dude with like some sort of window licker hat on or something today. I don't know. It's so odd.
got his helmet on so he doesn't hurt himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's right. He doesn't hurt himself on the short bus because he needs drones. All right. Enough of
Oh,
that. All right. So this is the part of the Forsaken tournament that's the same. So scoring for matches is mostly the same. Free match of the day is the same. Repair insurance you can get, but it's not the same.
bonus points for
And
coiners once again.
yeah. So let's go back to these 2 big changes. When you're spending uranium for repair insurance, you get no uranium back when you win. Okay? And then, if you do use repair insurance, you get double experience points. If you do not use repair insurance, you get double tournament points. So a lot of people are unhappy about this, and I think we are three of them. Would that be accurate?
Agreed. Totally agreed.
Well, I think the whole point
Yeah.
of this whole thing, right, that what everybody liked about it was the fact that, you could go out, you could go and get your uranium, put a good fleet together, have fun for the whole weekend,
For free.
for free, right? And, if you had a good kill to loss ratio, you could earn yourself a bit of uranium. Whereas now, you've got to go out, fill yourself up with uranium, and then if you're going all out to get whatever you need to get, you're going to end up with no uranium at the end of it, and it's just sort of defeats the purpose of it for me a bit. I mean, I'm not that interested in doing it, to be honest, if it's going to be like that.
Wow, Kickside had something good and screwed it up? Really? I could not imagine that ever happening.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to try and coin your fleet after every fight in the tournament, that's going to get, I mean, even if you're winning, that's going to get really expensive. Massively expensive.
Well, that was the whole point of using the uranium insurance, wasn't it? It was a brilliant idea that just didn't need to be messed with, really, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
And all you've done is upset people with it. So carry on, do what you like.
Yeah.
But with the uproar of the people on the forum and stuff like that, you would have thought that they would have pulled it by now.
I mean, if you look at it this way, you're basically just paying for extra points. If you're paying to coin your repairs, then they're giving you double points. So you're just buying points, which is kind of.
I can understand what they've. Well, at least I think I know where they're coming from, but is the way that you're not going to be able to have people that just sit on there for the whole weekend, just constantly playing it, getting masses and masses and masses of points, and people who can't get on for so much are suffering because obviously they haven't got the time to put in. So I suppose it limits that to a certain extent, but really,
in a way, I did something on the blog. I put up a blog post today too, and I said, well, for your average player, okay, right, because average is winning 50% of your matches, right, almost by definition. So your average player gets 3 wins out of 6, so they would get 120% of their uranium back out of 200% that they spend for how much it costs for repair insurance. Sorry, I'm going to be vague and go through this verbally, but so in a sense, your cost for repair insurance on average is like 40% of what your repair insurance costs when you just spend it, right? You're expected to get 60% of it back if you're average. Okay, so now your average player has gone from 40% cost to 100% cost, right? Everybody goes to 100% cost. So it's costing the average player 2.5 times as much uranium as it used to. Okay? Did you guys follow that at least?
Yeah.
And it's just...
All right. So your average player is going to cost, it's going to cost them 2.5 times as much. Okay, now for high-end players who are winning 5 matches out of 6, right? If you win 5 matches out of 6, you're getting all your uranium back. You're breaking even. So it's going to cost you uranium where it used to cost you nothing. And now if you're a no-win player, a very rare, infrequent win player, it's actually not much different. So if you look at it that way, it might be a little bit of an equalizer, right? Because the high-end players are going to be forced to coin, or they're just going to run out of uranium. I
didn't fill up.
I don't know if that's.
I didn't know about this until after. If I'd have known, I'd been filling up on dredges for 2 days to make sure I had a full stack. But it usually doesn't really cost me anything to do the arena, and they put off the updated day. So now I'm sitting here with 70, 80,000 uranium, wondering how I'm going to do this a tournament without spending a crap ton of money.
That's right. That's right. And
I think
the
that
fact
just puts
they
people off straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
making this change without announcing it, in time for dredges. Yeah, I think that's doubly bad. I agree. Yeah, but still, you could look at it as a little bit of an equalizer. I think, but I just don't think it's going to have that effect. I think it's going to turn off even the low end players. And I mean, last time I was lucky to get 50% wins. I'm still turned off.
Yeah, some of the cheesy tactics that go on in the arena really just turn me off to begin with. I like the idea, and I like playing against players who play it the right way. And I hate to be trolled about, there's no right way to play. These are the rules, blah 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 blah. You guys know what I mean. The sub runners waste your time, and like I tried to test a fleet in the arena the other day, and there was a guy that, it takes you about 2 minutes to join, and then you go in and fight a gunboat. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. Trying to nerf your score to go in the tournament. It's just
Right.
ridiculous players kind of turn me off of the thing.
My favourites, the ones that run around with subs with radar runners crew on and Orion, so they just run around for 5 minutes and then right at the end they just Orion you, so that they take the win. That pisses me right off.
The fun part about that is finding their base through the menu afterwards, and they're like, "Why'd you hit my base?" Really, dude? Like, how has nobody else hit your base already? I spent more time tracking sub drivers down than playing the tournament last time. It was fun anyway, so.
We make our own fun.
Yeah.
Moving on.
All right. Moving on from insurance. All right, so these are the prizes. In the normal bracket, you at the top 10 spots, top spot you get the badge. Top 10 spots you get 2 one-day ship tokens and a Viper print. 11 to 25 you get a one-day ship token. Then 12 hours, 6 hour you can see the rest. And then at Elite, top spot you get 3 Aegis prints along with the badge and the one-day build token. 11 to 25 you get a 12-hour build and 2 Aegis prints, so on down. One Aegis print for top 65. So there you go. If you want a Viper, you can nerf yourself down to normal bracket, or you can be a man and stay in the elite bracket. We'll get to the Aegis in a minute. They also changed the win prizes. So at numbers of wins, they've added a lot of repair tokens to the to this. So Grease Monkeys are still at 50, but then 200 wins, you get a one-day repair token. So there you go.
That's kind of cool.
Well, yeah. Apart from the fact that in order to get that far, you're gonna have to have used that much uranium that you've already used 2 days worth of repairs to get it.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, sorry, I flipped my slide just a little bit early. I noticed that they called the Aegis model this month. They were very specific to call it a paint job. So Kixeye changed the name from model, and they made it paint job, and that led me to one conclusion. Kixeye hates models. Everybody knows. Every time we've talked about models on this show, we've had models. We like models. Chris, you like models?
Who doesn't like models besides this Harbin?
Will Harbin and Kixeye hates models.
It's never any good.
Can't get any admin from Kixeye to come on the show. We're always trashing them.
Well, they hate models.
We're very fair, though. To be fair,
Yeah. But
if
could
they
you
do
imagine
something
if Marvin
back
showed
on
up
the
on
back,
our show?
if they do
It would
something
be a
bad,
massacre. It would be a
Sorry,
massacre
Irv, say that again.
up here.
I was
Sorry.
just saying, if they do something good, we'll pat them on the back. If not, then
Yeah.
we'll tell them so.
Yeah, we're just
Now,
honest about it all.
Yeah,
try to be honest. Yes.
Unfortunately, they haven't done a whole lot to praise them for lately. A few good things. I've seen a few good things.
agreed. There's been a few good
Yeah.
things.
Off the top of my head, but yeah, I've seen a few good things.
Yeah, they made my
We
dread
like the
sexy
last.
again.
So now I think actually, in fairness, probably the reason they were very specific about calling it a paint job is that some people win this model and they think they have the blueprint. So there's that.
Yeah, maybe.
But anyway, am I out of excuses to stay on this slide?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? Are we sure? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So right when the Aegis came out, we saw a few things about it. We saw 4 weapon slots. We saw 3 special slots. We saw no evade bonus. We saw really bad turn speed. And we saw thermal imaging. And then we saw 9 days, 17 hours to build this. And we pretty much said, what the fuck?
I think that's probably the best way to put it.
We also saw that the text was wrong. It's the BCX text. So KixEye put this one out pretty half-baked. However, just before the show, well, KixEye did actually put out the full stats on this. So, oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen these yet.
Yeah, so it's got some new text on it. So they call it a high-end Forsaken support vessel that combines excellent thermal imaging with built-in effects to prevent fire fields from damaging fleets. Supports defenses of its comrades. Okay, so what they added, along with the 35% anti-missile range, which is also cut off, they added this field of effect with range 40. So within that range of 40, it extinguishes fire fields, and that's just like a Frostburn, but a little bit shorter range. I think Frostburn is 65. And then also in that 40 range, it gives a 40% defense bonus to your ships, and I think that is just about every kind of damage there is.
Yeah, I mean, this makes it actually worth having. Personally.
That
Yeah.
makes it an awesome flagship for almost any fleet. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
See,
Now,
what I say in chat, the bar over to the right, we were missing something. Didn't I say that, Larry?
you did say that. You did say that.
I'm good for
I-
something. I did something right.
For once. Couldn't get here on time, but you know.
Thank you. Thank you. I will be here all week. Tip your waiter. Try the fish. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we want to talk about this maybe a little more, right? You can add this to any 4-ship fleet. In fact, it doesn't even say flagship only. So there's that.
I mean, that's going to be good fun to stick in with quite a lot of different things as well, especially with you only having the one Frostburn. You know
That's right.
So it could go quite well with a lot of stuff
Now
without having to specifically put a Frostburn in there.
Yeah, now I actually want to do this tournament. I always said, damn, I wish I had a third or fourth or fifth, a bunch of different Frosties, but now, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's going to be very useful in my dock or my shipyard, whatever.
Yep. You got to be careful though, right? Because you can't build this thing empty. You're going to have to build it to match whatever fleet you want to use it with. I was noticing just before the show, it has a combat speed of 13, so that matches like a Crusader or an SCX.
You can also
but
speed up
you
the
know, something
torque
like an intercept.
underwater weapons. You've got 4 slots you can
Yeah,
use
yeah, yeah.
to adjust speed.
Right. And you might need to do that actually if you're putting it with a ship with nuclear accelerators, right? Because if you got a Crusader and speed system and nuclear accelerators, you're going to
And,
need to put those speed torps on there, or you're going to need to do a speed upgrade or do engine to go with strike system, or it's going to be a little tricky to match. I think you got to get your builds just right.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and you're gonna have to try and match it quite well.
the torps are a good idea to match, for the thermal. So you have some kind of sub defense. If you get it ranked up pretty high, 4 torpedoes, and some good armor might be enough to actually hold off a Nighthawk fleet on something that has, no underwater offensive stuff on it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
So it's gonna
zombies,
help.
at the very least.
Yeah.
All right. So, I think before, right? Before we all said no, we're not going to do the tournament. After,
Yeah, I think it's changed our minds a bit with the new stats that are now. It's going to be a good
yeah,
ship. It's going to be worth getting. I'm still not entirely convinced about the amount of uranium that I'm going to have to spend to do it. But,
yeah,
hopefully a lot of people are going to be put off and not bother. Which means I ain't got to spend as much.
yeah.
But
Yeah, we'll see.
I think this is going to be a busy arena tournament for some reason. I just have a feeling.
yeah, I don't know. I think they need to think seriously about bringing back the uranium payout for wins and stuff as well. So, because I do think that especially a lot of the lower level players, that's going to really stitch them up for this, and a lot of the lower level players, they really look forward to this every month because it's something that they think that they can compete in, or they feel that they can compete in better than some of the overpowered raids that we've had recently.
Yeah, I mean, really, this was the one free event that they had all month if you had the uranium to do it. So one thing you really didn't have to coin to do, and you could play all weekend, and they've kind of taken that away. Like they couldn't leave the non-coiners with something, And even us
Yeah,
coiners, we spend enough as it is. You couldn't leave us one thing we could do for free. Like throw us a bone somewhere.
Well, I think, and the change that they've said that you'll get double the points if you coin all your repairs. Well, stop trying to milk us so much.
Yeah, exactly.
you know the one thing that the designers always say about this game is that it's not pay to win, and you have to you buy time, but that right there, that is, it's tough to cast that as anything other than pay to get ahead, right?
Buying points. It's totally buying points. If you pay for your repairs, they give you extra points.
Yeah,
That's
Yep.
pay to win.
Yep.
yeah, it's unfortunate, really. And when we've had Doug, the lead game designer, he's stated on a couple of occasions on live shows that they don't want you to feel as if you're forced into coining. They want to make you feel like you want to coin. Stuff like this doesn't make you do that,
Yep.
in my opinion.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I think I got one more.
I was going to say somebody was just asking in chat that the 40% damage boost with the Aegis stacks with the rest of the ships, and yeah, it's going to add to it. It's a 40% bonus, but it will be Kixeye math, so it's 40% of whatever you don't have.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, moving on. Just answering that
Okay.
question.
No, that's good. That's good. And by the way, I heard this on BV last week, and I'll give them a shout out since they gave you a shout out last week, Irf. The way to tell if something stacks or not, and if you guys remember the turret defense stat that didn't stack back when the Hellhounds and Siege Battery all came out.
Yeah.
If you see the plus, it stacks using that Kixeye math. If you don't see a plus, it does not stack. That's what they claim. So,
Okay.
little tip to pass on for those of you who don't watch both shows. All right, so let's move on. Token max limits, and I wanted to get this one out there. Some people know about it, some people don't. For each token type, you have a maximum number of tokens that you can hold. And you can see that in your token inventory. So I just showed a screen here where, so for the 1 hour ship build tokens, I've got 5 and it allows 12 max. So if I win more 1 hour tokens, I can collect them. But for this 12-hour ship token, I've got 1 and I can only hold 1. So if I do something that is going to win me another 12-hour ship build token, I'm not going to get the token. It will go to waste.
Yeah, this is something you've got to be really careful of if you're going to be ending up in that bucket.
I mean, I always think it's best to use these to try to finish something right at the end, but definitely it's better to use them than lose them. So just watch out for that. If you know you're about to win tokens from the mission or from the arena or whatever, make sure you're not maxed on that token type.
Yeah, get them and spend them. That's what I do.
Yeah. What a surprise!
Mine are gone before they hit the bank. That's much like my paycheck. So.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I try to use them at the end, because if I use them like in the middle, then I'm worried that something's going to finish overnight, and then that time's going to be dead time anyway. So, then I'm set. Well, then I have to coin the rest of it, or just
I was just about to say that's what coins are for.
Yeah, I know. I've done it, but I don't like to do it a lot.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I can't really say anything because I said I wasn't going to coin anymore, and I'm kind of, yeah.
Yeah. 8,000 coins later, was it, Irf?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody.
I exaggerate. Sure, I exaggerate.
Yeah. Winning.
Okay. That's it for the slides. And now you guys get to see my pretty face again.
Ah!
Yeah. My pink beer. Did you see my pink beer?
Panda trying to attack you from the background.
All right.
He's sleeping on your shoulder.
No, he's sleeping behind me.
I have a question for everybody, including everybody in chat. Has anybody come up with a good functional Hellblazer build yet? I can't find one that I like. I really just, I built it with, the way it should be built, with the blaze throwers and all that noise, and it's really fast, and I don't know, it seems to be okay in fleet for fleet, but something about the blaze throwers in fleet versus fleet, if something's fast and starts driving around you, it always fires behind you. You know what I mean? It's not like a real accurate weapon for fleet versus fleet, but it seems like the only real good way to build that hull, because they don't have the weight limit to actually max out for in a fleet. So you're either with 5 ships or 4 and unused dock weight.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I haven't found anything that I like up to now. think the
kind of upset that I actually built them. I wish I would have waited and figured something. I mean, you guys know me. I get a new toy and I'm like, oh, I gotta play with it, you know. And it's kind of like I really wish that I would have waited because I kind of those are that kind of hurt to spend the money on that and really not be able to use them very much.
you know, I've been looking at it, and to be honest, there's not really anything that sort of stands out to me as to how I want to build them. You know, with launchers, they're going to be good for doing dredges and stuff like that. But I
But then you
know,
put crap armor on them because S launcher is the only really good way to go with that, and they're so heavy that 4 in a ship and your armor's at like 14K.
yeah, it depends on how you build them.
Done
I
a
think.
lot of Huggies work on this trying to figure it out. I mean, and I just can't. I mean, I never really have trouble finding a build that I'm just like, any kind of hull. Like I can usually find some kind of build where I'm happy with it, where it's functional. And this thing, I'm beating my head against the table trying to figure this one out. And I just can't make it right,
Yeah, I mean those are the builds that we toyed with, and you guys with experience, that's what you got to do is see how it works, right? I mean you're right, the 4 launchers and you end up around 14-15K armor, and I mean to some people that seems like a lot, but yeah, for high-end bases it probably isn't. So
It's not really a toy for high-end bases, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's going to be good for doing the chores and stuff like that.
Mickey in chat saying that you need assault disruptors when using blaze throwers, but you'd have to get real close to hit with no ballistic range boost.
Yeah, agreed.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm a bit sort of.
I
I like
thought
it. I like it, and I like the concept of it. But just in reality,
Well, if you get, what is it? The assault disruptor is 47, and if you put a nuclear accelerator on there, you get a 50% bump. So that puts you up around what, 70, 71?
Yeah, and I mean, mine are 34, I think, combat speed with the 6 blaze throwers. I mean, they're insanely fast. So if you put nuclear accelerator on there too, you're looking at like a 38, 39 combat speed.
Yeah.
yeah. I still don't know. I'm still not convinced. Really, to be honest.
It looks great. Looks great on paper.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going after him in the next raid when repairs halftime.
Yeah, you might want to do that. It's quite a bit of work to get it done. But yeah.
Campaign was actually kind of fun though. You know what actually worked good for me? I tried it once just for fun. I ran a Savage Kodiak with 4 Protomastodons, just like I would run, a full Kodiak fleet. Like I didn't trail them or anything, and I ran like the first 4 or 5 of the fleet. I just stacked them and ran them, and I got like the first 4 or 5 done with that one fleet. So that the Protomast missiles worked really well on it.
That's a cool idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we want to have a chat about?
That's on my head.
I got nothing.
There's not been a lot really going on recently, is there? So
yeah, it seems like we haven't had a whole lot of information. Like, everybody was talking about, God, all this content's coming at us so quick. Slow down, and now all of a sudden we're like, well, what's going on, guys? What are we doing? And it doesn't.
You know what?
It's just like there's less news, or I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I think maybe we're just getting through it faster.
well,
No, I mean seriously, right? Last week we had the Hellblazer to talk about. This week we got the Aegis. We're just not spending much time on the Aegis. Haven't had much time to digest it, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not in Huggy, so we haven't been able to cook up any builds or any ideas for it yet. I mean, they delayed the the updated day, so we're kind of, all we had was really today to prepare for what we got in the update. We've had a couple hours to put a show together on the little bit of information we got. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had a request for discussing models. Models.
Discuss models.
Models.
I mean,
Yes.
wish we could.
It needs to be discussed
What
more
do you
with
guys
the
want to
slide,
do?
Larry.
Yes. So there we go. Models.
Donna Dixon wants
I'll,
to pole dance.
I'll tell you what. When I do image searches for the show, I mentioned how the Greta Spader search came back with some interesting yet shocking sort of results. Looking up model paint on Google image search will get you some interesting results too. A very diverse set of results, I will say.
I bet it would.
I mean, you get model
There's loads of people
airplanes
that were
with
in.
paint.
Yeah, loads of people in chat are probably going to do that right now. Good.
So there's all kinds of models that get painted. So there you got that.
There we go. Right.
I like the Will
Peters.
Harbin picture.
It makes me feel angry and violent, like I want to punch something, like the guy in that picture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because remember,
he's a smug little prick. Like you just want to punch him right in the eye.
And he hates models.
And he hates
models.
That makes you want to punch him in the other eye.
That's right.
So we've got, if I can find it, Michael Peters. Can we talk about Bullseye Crews? Yeah, they're still around, but they're not very.
The thing we used to always have and like and use all the time that they took away from us?
Yeah, that's still not showing up very often, is it?
No. I think I've had like one in like, I don't know, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I did
got
really
so
like
excited
him.
I used it right away, so it was just gone. It was like, did that really happen? Or like.
They're.
Did I forget that?
Yeah. They were a little overpowered. I'm gonna just say it. They really were.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, but Hellhounds are still in the game.
They are overpowered on a Crusader. It was nice to have on the missile ships and stuff. That wasn't too terrible, but on these Crusaders, like it's ridiculous. It really is way powerful on a Crusader.
Yeah, yeah. There's no such thing as too overpowered in this game. I mean, let's be honest. They brought out Hellstar.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
That thing is redonkulous. That is just.
Have you guys seen many of them about? I haven't seen any, but me, I'm lost in a corner of the world. So.
Oh, if I would have got it, I'd have flattened half the world I was in by now. You guys know me. It'd have been built the day I bought it, or the day I won it. But no, fortunately, wasn't that lucky.
Yeah, I would have built it, but I wouldn't put missiles on it. I would have put arbalists on it just for the sheer fun of it.
Yeah.
Just to everybody and get everybody to call me a noob because I think it's funny.
Larry, you got a fan here, bud. Donna Dixon wants you to pole dance. She votes for Larry to do the pole
wants
dance.
me to pole dance.
Yep.
She does not know me that well. She does not. She does not want me to pole dance.
Larry's like, I'm so white, I can't dance.
That's right. Yeah. That's a start. I'll put my face back on there. So sorry, that's enough models for you. Gets a little.
So I think that's pretty much us, really. I think, isn't it? It's not really a lot else we want to talk about, really.
Yeah, we could keep goofing and jerking around for a while, but yeah, I don't think there's anything else important to talk about. Unless you guys in chat got something.
Yeah, we can give him a minute, but
Anybody? Anything?
Doesn't look like it. I think that's about it then.
all right.
As per usual, thank you very much, guys, for coming out. Those of you in chat, always good to see you
Thanks
come
for
along.
watching.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
To those watching live or those that watch back later, don't forget to check out Larry's blog, upprof.blogspot.co.uk or .com, depending where you are. Don't forget to check out the Battle Pirates Crib page on Facebook. That's facebook.com/the Battle Pirates Crib. If you go into photos and then albums, you'll get our ship build archive in there, which will help you out with builds ranging right from the beginning of the game up to end game. And we shall be here Friday for a community show. We do apologise the last couple of weeks we haven't been able to do a community show. So a few things going on in real life, but we will be back this Friday. So if you wish to be on the panel, give us a message on either the page or just PM one of us if you know us, and we can get you on the panel. It's going to be first come first serve. So yeah, just tap us up and we'll take the first lot of you that we can get in there. I think that's about it.
And if you run for me in the arena with subs, I will find your base and flatten you. Fair warning.
That's
Good
the fair
on to you,
one.
Chris.
Alright. Catch you later, guys. Thank you very much for coming.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for
Thank you,
coming.
guys.
Good night.